Joe Hinrichs, president of the Americas for Ford. We're hanging out in the back seat of your new Escape, your 2017, which was unveiled this week.
That's right. It's exciting. Right here in New York City, in the back of a 2017 model year Escape. You know, new for 2017 in the spring next year, and we're really excited. This is our #1 selling SUV. Over 300,000 sold last year.
You had a record last year.
We did, over 300,000 in the U.S., and we're going to probably beat it this year.
So another record for you.
We think so.
Close enough to beat the Honda CR-V?
Well, we'll see. You know, they've had a strong year as well, and of course we're all pretty much selling as many as we can make. So
yeah, what is going on with this car? This is really kind of the hot new car, and even millennials have kind of seized onto it.
That's right. I mean, when you look at what's happening in the small SUV segment, it's really coming at both ends of the generational gaps. The baby boomers are getting into more small SUVs because as they age, they like the ingress, egress, the easeability of getting in and out, and also the higher ride height. And then millennials are buying small SUVs that are rated 2 to 1 over small cars. Again, they like the versatility and the space and the cargo that comes with the vehicle.
All right, so you did make a number of changes in this car. Let's start with Sync, because we were talking before we started about how we all use our smartphones for everything, and now you can use it with your car.
That's right. Now we have Sync Connect in this vehicle. It's the first application of it for Ford. And you can use your smartphone to start the vehicle. You can locate it if you can't find it. You can unlock or lock the doors. You can check your fuel. You can check your mileage, other things like that, which again allows you the flexibility to use your vehicle in different ways.
And is that one of the appeal for the millennials? The baby boomers are still with their flip phones.
Well, as the winter approaches, it's an appeal for everybody.
Yeah.
If you think about it, one of the great features is starting your car. So if you're parked outside, you don't have to go outside, get your keys, leave them in the vehicle, go back inside of the car, warm up. You can start it from outside. So that appeals to both baby boomers and millennials. But the flexibility, the versatility of a sport utility is a big appeal to millennials.
So there is also now, under the hood, some changes in this Escape.
That's right. We have 2 new engines. We have a 1.5 liter EcoBoost and a 2 liter EcoBoost twin scroll turbo. And what it allows us to do is actually have greater engines, but also we have start-stop technology now, auto start-stop. So when you stop at a stop sign or a stoplight, you put your foot on the brakes, the car's still in drive, the vehicle will turn off. And then as soon as you take your foot off the brake, it'll turn back on automatically. And that saves about the equivalent of 4 to 5 miles per gallon in the city, which is a big deal. And there's about 16 minutes a day on average people sit at a stoplight or a stop sign or whatever, and this will save both fuel and also emissions in the sky.
So you already had a record amount of sales for this brand. So why make the changes? What was kind of behind the redesign on some of these things?
Yeah, well, of course, we want to keep our lineup fresh. It's a very competitive industry, and small SUVs now are the largest segment in the industry in the U.S., so very important to have a great product. And we want to, as innovators and as technology leaders, we want to continue to advance our technology and bring it out to cars that are affordable to people, as we've always been doing at Ford. And now's the time. We launched the new vehicle 3 years ago, and it's now time for a little freshening.
So how long do you think this will be the hot segment in the auto industry?
Well, small SUVs have been on a growing trend for 10 years, so we think it's actually going to sustain itself for quite some time. SUVs in general are hot right now. In fact, SUVs are 34% of the sales in the United States so far this year. So you have to go back over 10 years ago to see that kind of success. And so we think that with the baby boomers aging and millennials continuing to buy more and more new cars, SUVs are here to stay.
Any problem if gas prices go up? I know it seems like they won't based on where oil prices are going, but it seems we do see that ebb and flow with some of the bigger cars.
Well, it does have an influence on buyers, no question, but what we're seeing is the small SUV segment, which gets 30 plus miles to the gallon, is where the growth is predominantly. And so I think that won't have an effect, because you can get fuel economy now in a small SUV you could have gotten in cars years ago. And people love the higher ride height in case of New England or New York or Midwest. All-wheel drive for the winter, and of course you get the fuel economy and the space utilization.
And you're expecting to sell so many. The Louisville plant is just selling or making these cars, right?
That's right. It makes the Ford Escape and the Lincoln MKC, which we launched last year, and it's running full out. It's going to build over 400,000 units this year, which is a great story about how we saved that plant. It was possibly going to close back in 2007, and now it's running 400,000 units, 3 shifts a day, or 3 crews a week, 7 days a week, and we're building all we can sell.
This might be the year to sell even more, I guess.
That's the plan, and we're working with the team to be able to build more, because we can sell more if we can build more. So, and we think the demand for this new Escape next year is going to be great.
Joe Hinrichs, good to talk to you
You as
here
well, Rhonda.
in the back seat in a car in New York.
You don't do this every day.
No, you don't.